But there is something in particular that is powerful about a man and a woman coming together in joy, united in their work, if you will, on behalf of the planet, the upliftment of each other and those around them. But look to your other relationships as well for that balance. If what happens when you are with a girlfriend of yours, for example, and you are a woman, is that you find yourself more in the masculine role that is stronger in that energy field, and you are comfortable with that, then that is a good connection. There is balance that occurs for the both of you, and there is healing that happens between you as you relate. If, however, one is far more in the masculine, and that brings discomfort, as in feeling that you are being overpowered by the other, then this needs to be balanced in a way that is healthy for the both of you. And the way you do this is simply by bringing it to the forefront, speaking the truth of how you are feeling. Have the courage to say to those in your circle that you are not happy with the interactions between you. And what can you do together to bring more harmony into those? This is something that you can do in every single relationship that you have in your life. Do not be solely focused on finding that partner who will titillate you in other ways. Rather, enjoy what you have and realize where things are not quite in harmony. Sometimes there is pain that comes along with separating a partnership. When there are children involved, this one knows whereof we speak, it is particularly challenging. And what must be considered is what is best for the children. Above all, if you find yourself in this situation of parting with the other parent, then for the sake of that child, do whatever it is that you must do in order to keep that child at peace, in security. Not insecure, but secure. Your inclinations towards lashing out at the other must be sublimated. In the privacy of your own home, you may vent and rage if need be, but do not do these things that are so disturbing to the well-being of the children. Know that the two of you together brought these beautiful souls into the world, and perhaps that was purely your purpose together, to bring them in. Now you may choose how to nurture them, but in separate ways. So please, for the sake of all concerned, do what is in the highest good of the children. They have within them, just as you do within yourself, that balance of the masculine and the feminine. And they will look to the mother and the father as a model for how to embody that themselves. If you part ways in your partnership, it is not condemning or damning your children to a life fraught with problems. In fact, there are many who are quite well balanced because they are sure in the knowledge of the love from each of their parents. And when others come into the picture, future partners come in, while this may be one of your greatest challenges, you must remember that it takes a village to raise a child. And the step-parents must be active, happy, loving, accepting partners in the raising of these children. Much will be healed in that way. This will resonate out into the field, the quantum field. It will affect things all across the planet. This is how the quantum field works. You will hear more about this in a future show. Masculine and feminine. Can you accept both of these within yourself? Too much there is fear of those who call themselves gay. It is simply a way for them to attempt to find the balance. It is not to be judged. It is not to be condemned. In fact, if you pay attention, you will see throughout your history, if you look for the clues, that many of your greatest leaders, in fact, had this quality about them. Sometimes it is what allows the creativity to flourish. Here in your heart, this is where you must remain open. Do not judge what is going on with others. Pay close attention to what is here within your own heart, your own mind. Where are your thoughts? Do not look upon another thinking he is too feminine or she is too butch. These are not terms of love when they are used in that way. Each and every one of you has the possibility of attraction to the same sex as you do to the opposite. It is why so much fear arises mostly in men, because they know this on some level. But where is the threat? When you are at peace with all aspects of yourself, masculine, feminine, and those we have not even begun to talk about, you will cease to even think of these words when you are looking outside of yourself at another. In the philosophy of traditional Chinese medicine, in the culture of the Orient, there is an innate wisdom about the masculine and the feminine. Sometimes it is called yin and yang. And you know this symbol that we are speaking of, yes? The two within the circle. Meditate on that. Do this masculine and feminine balancing with everything that is in your life. For example, if too much of your work energy is very masculine, very driven, very aggressive, and you do not have enough of the other contemplative receiving side, then you will be too heavily skewed in the masculine. And what you may find is that your relationships with others are such that you tend to overpower them. When a woman is strong enough in her own power and has the freedom, feels it securely to speak her voice in partnership with her man, then there is a symbiotic dance that occurs, and no threat is there. It is an allowance, if you will, then for the man to allow his softer, more feminine, more receptive side to come into fruition, to be. And in fact, men, you will find that it will ease the stress within your body and your mind when you allow this within yourself.